Moving beyond astrology now, sir.
Yeah.
So, what drives the passion behind Honest Life Coach?
Okay. Sir, I have been a victim of the Matrix. You have seen that Matrix movie, I believe, right? All of us have seen. I grew up with a lot of false notions. What we call Maya. Okay. So in India, the problem is if it is in Sanskrit, it has to be true. Somebody said Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. We all started Balle Balle Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya, and we had to suffer because most of our Janta is thinking about the afterlife. Jagat is Prakat Brahma. It is the physical manifestation of Brahma. What is Maya? Maya is not this cell phone. Maya is the false notion I have about this cell phone. If I think this is not a cell phone, this is a laptop, that is Maya. The unreal notion about the reality. So when we Indian are born, we are given a big dose of study hard, you will get ahead. Schools are, the temples of knowledge. They are slave factories. A good man has to make all the sacrifices. Why? So that the bad people can take everything away. I was a very, very good guy, and one day I broke down. I cannot share the personal details, but it was a day I felt I've lost everything. And I am a guy who worked really hard. All those 18-hour shifts and multiple courses and all that, you do all that, and then everything collapses. You make all the sacrifices, then everything collapses, and everyone is unhappy with you. And I was like, boss, this is not right. This script doesn't work. So, as every good Indian, in order to gain my peace of mind, first thing I took was I picked up a Bhagavad Gita, couldn't make head and tail of it. It's very complicated for me. Then I picked up Mahabharata and I was like, wait a minute. This tells me a different way to live. This tells me a Mangal way to live, not a Shani way to live. That's the way of men. Had to put up a strong front in front of all the authority figures. Started with my parents. But that was the time I took that stand, and I'm happy. And now they agree you were right. It took them 10 years to convert, but they agree, yes, you were right that time. And then I realized how Indians are being manipulated. Matrix, 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 everybody is shouting, especially those Andrew Tate followers. One, Andrew Tate is a joker, is teaching toxic masculinity. Second, the Western matrix is Rahu Shukra. Indian matrix is Chandra Shani. A billionaire comes and tells youth should say, this is my country, I will work 70 hours. Private company. How would it help India? It would help your company. And when his grandson is born, 251 crores, so that he never has to work 70 hours. So a different set of rules when they preach, and a different set of rules for themselves and their own people. You cannot hard work your way into success. You have to be more of who you are. You are given a certain set of talents by nature. Nature versus nurture, nature would win every time. No matter how much you train a fish, it won't fly. As an astrologer, I know this. You go to an accounting department, you see how many heavy Virgos are there. How many Sun Shani combinations are there? How many Shani in the first people are there? You go to a medical school, find out how many heavy Scorpios, heavy Mars, and 6th house Shani you have in a medical school. Awesome majority. You look at a man with Sun in the first and you ask him, do you want to run a business? Answer would be yes. Works. So, you have to be real about the reality. So, we have a very distorted reality, It says, if you just worship, everything would happen. If that worked, all the Pandits would be ruling the world. If only hard work would lead to success, daily laborers would be ruling the world. The key to success is not hard work, it's good decision making. How to make decisions, nobody taught us. Our teachers will say, you don't work hard. Parents will say, you should work harder, as if it ever accomplished something. Go ahead, work for your 90 hours a day. So the reality, your reality is not real. The script that has been given to a normal Indian bacha is rotten, and I want to change that script. Matrix mein there was this punchline: what if your reality is not real? What
Yeah,
we
no, really.
think our reality, it's not real. So I got unplugged from the Matrix. Now I am the bloody Morpheus of the Desi Matrix. So I am out to teach people how to get out of it. You have to be authentic. You have to be who you are. And once you know who you are, and once you know how the world works, there's no stopping you. Yes, your destiny will have a certain limitations to it. With all this knowledge, I know I can't become a billionaire in this life, and I'm okay with it. But I live a good life. I do what I love. I do what nature helps me with. Ma has been very, very kind.
Yeah.
So, if you remember those 90s wala movies, the hero of the movie is the poorest, most uncouth, dumb as a ass, and would harass the heroine, and the rich heroine would fall in love with him, and the most rational, rich, successful guy is the villain, whose daughter runs away with this useless hero. What are you teaching your youth? Money is evil. Rationalism is evil. Love is everything. Romance is everything. Poverty is very good. Le lo poverty. How much poverty do you want? The people who know the reality, they tell their children, don't watch this nonsense. Rationalism is the way to go. So what they teach their children, I want to teach people at large. There's a different set of rules, something that Nietzsche called the slave mentality vis-a-vis the master morality. I want to liberate people from the matrix so that they can go and live a good life. That's my mission. As an astrologer, as a life coach.
We are almost at the end of our session today. So, is there one message that you wish to give to all of our listeners today?
Yes. There are two things which I tell people. One, you have to be more of who you are. There are people who suck at math and they are sitting in a bloody engineering college because mata pita ka sapna. So you have to be more of who you are. You need to know your strengths, stick to them, work on them, and do what you love, do what nature created you for. Your entire being would resonate with it. You'll have fun. You might not become very rich. A writer might earn less than an engineer, but he'll definitely earn more than an unemployable engineer. And second thing, get real. Know how the real world works. Get out of the matrix. You have to be yourself, and you have to know the reality of the world. So they say the truth shall set you free. So know the truth about yourself and know the truth about the world, and the truth shall set you free.
Wow, an enriching evening, I must say.